The next is to consolidate or centralize your purchases. This is another way leaks happen in a business. This is another way businesses indulge in waste. You can imagine that you have a company and you have departments. You have a finance department, you have a production department. And something as little as paper for the printer. Purchasing department is buying paper. Finance department is buying paper. At some point, you find out that one unit of your business is buying something that already exists in the business and is just wasting inside the store or the warehouse. Meanwhile, somebody else is buying it. And that's what happens when you don't centralize your purchases. If people can buy things at different points, you will end up spending more than you should, and you will end up having waste, because this person who is buying doesn't know that somebody else in the company has already bought it, and we already have this thing. So you have instances where a company is buying items they already have. That's waste. That's waste. That's money that should be profit that you are tying down. So centralizing your purchases. Another benefit is when you consolidate your purchases, you can get bulk discounts. Imagine if you have departments in your business that buy board markers, these pens. So one department buys these board markers for $10. Another department buys for $15, another one buys for $20. If you consolidate all those requirements and say, okay, if you need to buy anything, let me know, or let my assistant know. So you get all those orders together and you are buying from either one supplier or 2 or 3 suppliers. By buying in bulk, you may be able to negotiate the prices lower and get better rates for your business compared to when people are just buying different amounts at different points. If you consolidate it, you may not have a sizable order that would get you a discount, a bulk discount from the suppliers. So consolidating and centralizing purchases. Another benefit of centralizing purchases is that it reduces the opportunities to steal. Remember, a thief in your business needs 3 factors to steal. They need the incentive to steal. Of course, the incentive is financial benefit or whatever they get. They need the opportunity to steal. They need a gap. They need a weakness. They need a loophole in your business for them to steal. And then, of course, there's a justification, and they can always come up with justifications for why to steal. But if you allow expenses to happen through different points in your business, those are opportunities for people to connive with suppliers, inflate invoices, pay invoices and never get the product. There are different ways they can steal from you if different people can buy. But if you consolidate it, you take control of purchasing. Remember, purchasing is a major point through which money leaves your business. So if you centralize the purchasing and put your eyes on the purchase and say, if you're going to buy anything below a certain amount, if you're going to buy anything below 10,000 naira or $10 or something, it has to come through this department, or it has to come through me, or it has to come through my assistant or something like that. You centralize it and you are responsible for the purchases. So if one person is responsible for all the purchases, you have your eyes on it, it's less likely that there will be thefts compared to when different people can just order whatever they need, get approvals and pay for it. So consolidate and centralize purchases. The next is purchase approvals and spending limits. This is related to what I just talked about. If people can just put money in the till or take money from the bank account and go and buy something, you're asking for trouble. So the best thing you can do is, if you're going to buy anything, you need an approval. So the moment it's approved, that's when payments can happen. That's how big companies run it, right? In big companies, you can't just go out and buy something. You have to request for it, either by email or in a letter or something. So I'm requesting for it, which is a requisition. This department needs a printer. I need a laptop for my job. You ask for it. Then your boss says approved. And that goes to finance. And finance will issue a purchase order. Purchase order, which is what you give to a supplier and say, this is what we want to buy. So that purchase order is given to the supplier. The supplier sends their invoice. Invoice is a reply to the purchase order. I've given you, the company has shown the supplier what he wants to buy. The supplier responds with an invoice quoting the name of the thing you want to buy, the quantity, and the amount I'm willing to supply at, right? So once the invoice is accepted, the supplier supplies, and based on the supplier's invoice. On the supplier's invoice will be the supplier's bank account details, supplier's name, supplier's address, the date of supply and everything, which will be for the records. Don't forget. On the basis of the invoice, finance pays the supplier. And when the supplier gets the money, the supplier issues a receipt. So you see the trail. You see how it starts. You have to approve before something is bought, and then the entire trail continues that way. If you're interested in learning more about the topics I offer when it comes to starting, building, and growing a business, this is your opportunity to join my community. It's known as the BMG. I provide extensive courses on different topics and challenges that afflict business owners, from how to optimize your profits, how to manage costs, how to boost your sales, how to develop processes, how to scale your business. There's a whole lot that I can teach you. If you want to go deeper into my content, this is your chance. Go to the link on your screen right now, jointhebmg.com.